Hey y'all, what's up? Um, Welcome back. I'm Frantz. Welcome to the Ambassador. I'm going to jump into this topic because it's important that we recognize our enemy. Okay. Okay. In real time. Okay. A lot of us can't recognize our enemies today. And that's because we've been tricked by the illusion of tolerance and tricked into fall into a societal idea of how we're supposed to be. But as children of God, sons or daughters, we do not conform to the image of Lucifer's sons or daughters. Hence the topic. Okay? We know the serpent seed goes all the way back to Cain, all the way back to the to the beginnings. Okay? But now, when we think about the children of Lucifer or the children of Satan, we have to start looking at it in real time, and that would be the image of Lucifer. Now, don't get me wrong, there is a DNA for Lucifer's children, but then also Lucifer has an image that most of his worldly children have. You notice that the traits that Lucifer has within him, he's teaching throughout television. He's teaching throughout music and entertainment, and he's using what the world's gods or to convince the world to go along. And the world's gods are the people in charge. The people y'all want to be like. You know, the celebrities, the athletes, the politicians, you know, for the power, the royalty, whatever it is, CEO of a company or having your own company or, you know what I'm saying? Anything that glorifies gaining the world. Okay? So Lucifer has children out here. And throughout this video, you're going to see different pictures, different things, different folks, different symbols, so that you can understand that we live in a fallen world controlled by Lucifer, and those that you glorify, those that y'all give celebrity status to and y'all worship, are the ones sent to send you to hell, are the ones sent to corrupt your spirit, are the ones sent to um, input Lucifer's character and traits into your heart. This is why I tell you all the time, be very careful of what you watch, what you listen to, okay? Now, we are in this world, but we're not of this world, okay? Okay? That means that we have to watch what we let come into us through our eyes, through our ears. You know what I mean? You cannot volunteer yourself to be implanted with unrighteousness. And many times that happens with us because we're not really paying attention to what we're putting into our vessels. And Satan has many children that y'all love. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody in these pictures that you see. You know, it could be something you idolize, something that you put above God, something that you put above yourself, and you will put everybody down to achieve, to get, to receive. You know, so please don't forget that we're dealing with an enemy that gains most of the souls in the world. Let's just frankly put it out there, okay? In the parable of the husbandman that Yeshua, aka Jesus, spoke about, he tells the church, religion, no matter what denomination, now, that most of them are not going to go to heaven. Just like he chose his 12 apostles or disciples first out of the world, in the end times, those who are going to be saved are going to be called out from the world. Because the people in church already think they're going to heaven. Even though a majority of most religious people live a lukewarm, righteous life. So they're mixed with hot and cold. They're mixed with traits of the world and beliefs in the Bible. But they don't have it in their heart. You know, they don't have it in their heart. And you can tell this because Jesus says few people go to heaven. And this is because most people are not going to submit to the rules and regulations of the kingdom of third heaven. Because you have to submit your whole self. You can't really have no goals for yourself. But I mean, you can chase goals, but your number one goal is seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And that is for everything that we will need on this earth while we're here as children of God, citizens of heaven. You know, this is our temporary home. So we can't act like the citizens of this world. We can't act like the citizens of this place we're in. Although we have to work with these people, interact with these people, but working is one thing, but we control our interaction with these people. We are to be separate from the world. That means many times the road that's straight and narrow is a lonely road for us. Because most people in the world are on a wide and crooked road. Excuse me. And that leaves us really to be by ourselves often because very few people choose to obey the Old Testament and the New Testament. A lot of people like to separate it. A lot of people like to pollute and corrupt holiness. Most people are serving holiness the way they want to serve it, not the way they were told to serve it. See, being a child of God is not just claiming with your mouth. You have to submit your entire will. You don't have no will no more because your will is Father's will in the third heaven, like Yeshua's was. You know, he sent so that we can emulate him. He was sent so we can see what it looks like to live a holy life on a fallen earth, but committed to that holy life. That's why he came. See, when y'all talk about Yeshua, y'all talk about the message, y'all can hear his words, but y'all are falsely interpreting it. And then also you're not looking at his life. How he talked, how he walked, how he treated people. He embodied the fruit of the Spirit while having the full armor of his Father on, while being the son of the of Yahweh. So there's a blueprint that Yeshua left for us to see with our own eyes, so that we can see, okay, wow, he didn't cuss nobody out. Wow, he didn't slap somebody in their mouth. Wow, he didn't really take that personal. He understands that we're dealing with spirits and principalities and not flesh, really. Not you. We're dealing with what's inside of you, what's grabbing onto you, what's hanging onto you. We're talking about spirits. We're talking about demons. We're talking about things haunting you. We're talking about things that want to keep your self-esteem down and keep your soul at the lowest frequency. Keep your morals at the lowest frequency because they know if they can keep you at those low things, at the low point of your life and the low point of your mind, they can control you. That's how demons and Lucifer's kingdom work. They feed off your pain. They feed off your hurt. They feed off your unforgiveness. And let me tell you something, that unforgiveness hurts you more than it hurts the person that you're upset with. You got to let it go. Even if they never are for real serious about being sorry for what happened, you got to let it go. Because that's how the demons are keeping you. That's how Lucifer's keeping you. That unforgiveness, that unforgiveness keeps you trapped. It keeps you so trapped. It keeps you so trapped. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this back up. So be aware that the children of Lucifer, Satan, these people are powerful. They're not really themselves. I'm telling you, a lot of those folks are in the sunken place. So many demons live in these people that their actual selves are in the sunken place. It's a real thing. The sunken place is a real thing. Lucifer knows how to complicate things. Lucifer does know how to take the conscience and replace the conscience. He knows how to do things like that. He's not a joke of an adversary, and neither are his children. Now, his children on this earth are ones designed to keep you and draw you into wickedness and keep you in wickedness until you die. Because everyone in Hollywood knows that there's a kingdom in heaven. Everyone in Hollywood knows that Father Yahweh rules it and Jesus is his son. That's why they put these things in their movies. They even say the name Yahweh so that they can let you know that it's real. Because Lucifer has to let you know everything he's doing before he does it, because that's the way it works. But he can't. Lucifer is a sneaky serpent. He's our enemy. He's not going to come out up front and say these things. He's going to hit you from all the different angles that you can't see. Because all of this is about deceiving you into giving up your soul and giving up your place in paradise. Holy paradise. You know what I mean? Same thing, right? Paradise, they say, anyway. It's all designed for you to lose your spot in the kingdom of third heaven. Remember, don't get caught up by all the material things and stuff like that. We are not of this world, okay? We are not of this world. We are of a holy kingdom. We don't store up our treasures on this earth. That even means homes, multiples of cars, having all this jewelry and stuff. Y'all saw that pastor in New York that got robbed of $1 million worth of jewelry. A man of God shouldn't have $1 million worth of jewelry. Neither should a daughter of God, son or daughter. Because we're not storing up stuff on this earth. We know all that stuff is going to go away. And we know that at some point we're going to get locked out the system. So we need to be using our finances wisely to prepare ourselves and our families for being ousted out the system, which is coming pretty soon. Check out the Great Reset. Lucifer has already got things set up to get things going to take over, you know. And be careful with the Siri and Alexa or Alexis or whatever the name is, because if they can hear you, they're tracking you. And she's listening for every word because it's a computer algorithm. That's all. This is all innovated or set up to give Lucifer a full view of who you are in your life and what you do. Because this system is designed to be his eye, his all-seeing eye. Okay? This is what the system is designed to do, because you know he's not Yahweh, he's not Jesus. He can't see everything, he doesn't know everything, but he can see and know everything if you give him everything he needs to see and know about you. And that's what this technology is doing. Be careful with the smart TVs. I don't have none. Be careful with the smartphones. Got one, but gonna get rid of it. Be careful with the smartwatches and glasses. Don't have none. Just understand, if it's smart, it's watching you. And it's all going towards an AI system. So when it all boils down to it, the odds are going to really be against us as children of God. I mean, the deception is going to be so great that if it wasn't destined for us to go to heaven, even the elect would be fooled. But we weren't destined to be fooled. That's just how serious this delusion, this deception is going to be when the system is completed and all the technology is in place. You know, it's going to be very hard to get away from this place. But we serve a mighty, holy, supernatural kingdom. And if you know, some of those things, some of those miracles and things that happen, like the Ten Commandments and how that came to Moses, how prior to that, I mean, all this stuff, man, all this supernatural stuff in the Bible, man. We're talking about the Red Sea being split. We're talking about Cain, a stick turning to snakes. We're talking about fire called from heaven from Elijah. We're talking about, oh my goodness. We're talking about Enoch and them being carried away. We're talking about some supernatural things. Okay, the fleece of Gideon. We're talking about some supernatural things. A 200 million horde demon army coming out the earth to terrorize the world. We're talking about some supernatural things here. Okay, so if you believe in that, and I do, then we don't have no worries to what this system is, how it's going to be created, how it's going to be implemented, how it's going to be so connected through technology. It seems like we're not going to have no place to go and hide. They're going to come for us. So this is why we don't follow the children of Lucifer or Satan. We don't follow these celebrities. We know that the television is Lucifer's toolbox, his box of transferring his image into your vessel, into your heart. That's all his television is. That's all his music is. That's all his entertainment is. We all know that 6 corporations run everything, all media. So we're getting what they want us to have. That's why Most folks are so brainwashed. But we as children of Yahweh, of holiness, and siblings of Jesus, Yeshua, we don't fall for the tricks. We have a direct line through the Holy Spirit to the kingdom family, so that we don't have to be tricked. That's why we don't get tempted by temptation, because we know that the kingdom will provide a way to help us defeat temptation. If we don't do it on our own, see, that's where we're going. The goal is to get so strong in your faith that you're able to resist temptation because it's pure desire to not sin, to not offend the kingdom of holiness. So with that, I'm not going to keep going. I want y'all to know I love you. Keep your head up. If you're depressed and all that stuff, just remember, get into the book of Proverbs. Get into the 4 Gospels first. The Bible's too vast for you to try to read all these different things, and some of these stories are really detailed. Okay, really, really detailed, and even the laws and stuff that the things that Paul speaks about in the New Testament and the 12 disciples and stuff like that, that's detailed too. What I want you to do first is get the basics. You can't be a pro boxer if you're not going to take up basic boxing. So get into the basics of holiness and righteousness so that you can recognize what Satan's children look like. In the book of Proverbs, it gives you a clear difference and a detailed difference of what wickedness looks like, what Satan's children looks like, versus what righteous people look like, and the righteous trait of Yahweh's children look like. So you got to learn those things. The basics, y'all. The basics. Return to the basics. All right? I love y'all. Just remember, it's important to know your enemy. And how they work on the chessboard. Not only is Lucifer's children out here doing what they're doing, right? But they're playing chess against you. They're manipulating you in every single way so that your self-esteem is so low that you have to go out and buy what they say is cool to buy or to look like or whatever so that you can fit in. But remember, children of God, you're not trying to fit in with the world. This is why we're on this road that's straight and narrow by ourselves. We are of the few who chose holiness and righteousness over our own will. I love y'all. I'm out. Be cool. See you again.